made $174,000 with my main creator this past month. I've run a Discord for him, and I've done this for a lot of different creators. This main one I've been working with for 2+ years. So in this video, I'm gonna show you how you can make your own paid Discord for another creator. I see a lot of different people on the internet trying this, so I'm gonna lay it all out. I've been doing this longer than anyone else you'll find on the internet, and I've made way more than them. What are we doing? We're building a paid Discord for some sort of creator. I think this is definitely best for people who have already done SMMA before or some sort of agency. Everything will just be much easier for you. You've done sales calls, you've locked down clients, you know how to do funnels, and you understand content. It'll just be a lot less hiccups if you have done that route. Now, a lot of you guys haven't done that and you're starting from zero. That's okay. You can still do this, but it's going to be tougher. I would say it's mainly for the people that want to jumpstart a paid community. You don't want to start from the ground and you just want to go into someone that already has some sort of audience you can tap into. Now, a lot of you are intrigued because you don't want to start from zero. You don't want to make your own content and you want to just jumpstart it with someone else who already has an existing presence online and you want to monetize that. So a lot of people are trying to jump for that, which it's fine. It does kickstart things. You're going to make money a lot faster. Now, there are some downsides to it, which I'll go over in the video, but this is mainly for those people who are wanting that. You hate making content. Now, I urge you to at least try. In my main masterclass that should be out if you're watching this, I go over how to make content for paid Discords and how you can grow it from nothing and how you can own everything. But some people, they just hate putting the phone in front of them and making some content. That's fine. It's understandable. Some people just like being on the operational side. So this is for you. Let's get into it. How are you going to get into this industry? What we're going to be doing, making a paid community for creators. And how we're first gonna start is we're just gonna find a niche. This is super important. Do not overlook this. Finding a niche is probably one of the most important parts in that this will be everything that you're looking into. And this is gonna decide what you're actually gonna create. Who are you gonna look for within this niche? So how do we find a niche that's solid and what are we looking for in a niche? So what we're going to do is first validate the niche. We're gonna see, is it hitting the things that we want? So we're able to make a successful paid community. First question you need to ask, can you make organic viral content? I'm not looking for just content to be out there or it to do trash. No, this thing needs to be going viral organically. Another big thing to keep in your mind, is it making people money? It doesn't have to, but the best businesses are where you make people a ton of money. It's just way easier to get a client. It's way easier to retain them. I would really try to keep this in mind if it does make people money. So if you have no idea where to start, what I would do is just literally look at existing courses and look at existing communities and see what are some niches you can try to hop around or check out. So I literally just right here, I Googled online courses for Kajabi and you see a bunch of different ones here. Weed out the BS, but it's worth checking into some of these. I could scroll through and I could do a deeper look into holistic healing or, you know, some sort of fitness diet. You know, if you do the right research, you can find people. So sometimes don't reinvent the wheel too crazy. You can get ideas from these things and dig deeper. If it's something like Doodle Institute, write it off. But if you have no idea where to start, just start with existing communities and you can see what are people making, what can you check out deeper. Going back into it, as we're going through the niche, we want to see, is this a dub creator? Is this someone that we can work with? Someone that we can make money with? Will it be a successful community? What we're first going to do is check the organic content on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Are they able to make good social media content? Is it popping off? And some people, they're going to be heavier on one platform than the other, and their niche may be more conducive to one platform than another. If it's really informative, it might be more in a YouTube or a Twitter. If it's more just, you know, someone yapping to the crowd or stoking fear into people, it might be more on a TikTok side. But try to check out all of them. Don't just stay to one social media. I'd say TikTok is really good for doing search ups. Their SEO is super solid. So if you're just trying to discover, TikTok is great. YouTube is great for that. But check out every single one of their social medias. You'd be surprised. Some people are really fire at one and they're lacking at others. And that's fine. Just try to think and write down what are the platforms that they're most dominant on and are they posting consistently and are they growing? So look at it. You can see their growth rate and see how their posts are doing over time. If it shows that they're actually an active creator, they're posting content out people like, it's well received, and are the views consistent? Is there a recent drop off? See, if they have great views but it was only a year or two ago, that's a bad sign. We want views that are consistent today because that is what we are monetizing right now. And does the fan base seem strong? Are they commenting and interacting? Look at the comment section, see what people are saying. If it seems really personable, that's the best. If people are making comments like, oh, you did this last video, or oh man, you're always doing that, Ben, that's hilarious. You know, things that really show that someone is really connecting with the creator, great sign, because it's going to be way easier to convert them. So do that dig through, and it kind of overlaps. You'll be going within the niche and looking at creators. You'll be looking at creators and then go through the niche. You're just really going to do that deep dive. And back on it, when we're looking for the dub creators, the creators that we can work with, do they focus on making people money? Is it something where it's just like teaching yoga, or is it something where they're teaching people how to make money? Say they're a copywriter, they're teaching people how to make money. That's really solid. And if it's that non-money making route, something that just is random or one of those obscure niches, you're gonna go back and see how fire is the content. You just want to do that double dive, because if you're not making people money, that just means you need to get more customers in, aka make fire content. Needs to be growing. And then the last thing to keep in mind for the creator search, do they already have an existing offer? And this is something to think about, and you can just quickly find it, because just look at the link in the bio. It'll tell you what they're selling and how hard are they selling it. And look to see, do they own it? Are they a founder of something? If it's their own clothing brand that they started from nothing and they are promoting it super hard, it's gonna be harder to infiltrate that creator. They're really attached to that brand, and they're seeing that as their main monetizable option. And what you wanna do is make paid community their main option, what they're going to sell to everyone. So it's a lot easier to do that if they just have some rinky dinky link tree with a bunch of referrals, just something that means nothing. But that's what you wanna look for, someone who just doesn't have a super strong existing offer already. Or if they already have a course, obviously that's a lot tougher to pitch them making a different course or making a community. So ideally, you want a content creator with fire organic content. I'm never gonna say it enough. Big dub if it's making people money. Since you're opting to work with a creator though, don't expect to get all these checked off, but it needs to be growing organic content. Just no debate about that. You probably don't have any leverage coming into this. If you have no experience, nothing you've done prior, then you're not able to find maybe the perfect content creator, or maybe the niche isn't as glamorous as you thought, but it could be just a start for you. And that's why you shouldn't immediately write it off if it's not necessarily making you money, or you don't like the niche a ton. If it's a good creator and it has good organic content, you can make some sort of paid Discord out of it. But I try to advocate for a sustainable business, something that'll make you money for a long time. And you're gonna do this if you hit all these marks right here. But you're finding a content creator, you're fast tracking everything, so you're not able to hit everything as easily. So we have the offer, we've done the deep dive through the niche, you've gone through everything, you've searched through all the social medias, found the content creators, and you're really gonna narrow down the niches that you like, and really try to bring it down to like 2 to 3 niches that you think are high viability. And what you're gonna think about is, does a paid offer make sense? Because some of these things, they just might not make sense for the creator. If they're a baking channel, you know, you could make a paid Discord for it, but maybe it's best that they just make a cookbook or something. You have to think, how are you able to sell a paid community, and how are you able to sell a lot of memberships to it? So it's definitely something to keep in mind. The offer really needs to tie back to what is the content that the creator is making, and does the paid community tie back into that? Again, are they teaching people how to make money? It is important because it'll help craft your offer. How expensive is it going to be? How much are you going to charge for things? And one huge thing to do during your research is, what is the customer's pain point within the niche? What is not getting hit? What are they just needing right now within this niche, and no one is fulfilling it? So what do I mean by this? You're gonna go within your niche and you're gonna deep dive. You're gonna talk to people one-on-one. These could be people in the comment sections. This could be you on Reddit forums. This could be talking to people in Discords. You wanna talk to these customers, and you also want to talk to experts in the field and figure out, where are the gaps within the market that you could hit. Say it's sneaker reselling and people are really tired of bots, then you can provide them some sort of way that you can circumvent bots and you can get things manually. That could be finding that pain point and making a solution to it. This is a big part of your offer, because this is how you're offering it to the world for how you are going to solve the problem for within the niche. So you're going to do that deep dive through those forums and everything and figure out what what are you going to tell the world what you're going to sell? And this all comes down to you making a simple monthly subscription offer. People try to complicate their offer, do some crazy back end and this whole like streamline of what they're going to do to get the most out of a customer. But where this all just stems from is just making a simple monthly subscription offer at the start. How much you're going to charge? It's dependent on if you're making people money. How fast are you going to make people money? Are you solving just a huge pain point that you have that no one else is able to hit? You're able to charge more. How much does the offer make sense? I mean, this is just more of validation. If it doesn't make sense, just literally don't do it. But really think, how are you able to present to the customer? You know, if you're providing, let's say, a trading Discord, you know, you're showing people how to do Forex trading on Discord. You're able to make a really high offer. You can say, hey, this is $200 a month. We're doing $100 a month to start. This is an early bird access, and we're gonna make you probably double, or you're at least gonna learn a bunch of skills within the first month with one-on-one calls. And that could be your offer. You're able to present them with what they're gonna learn. There's the scarcity of that deal, and it's only gonna last so long. And that finite price that you're setting it at, obviously a very high price, but you're able to do that because that industry is able to command it. It is hypothetically supposed to make people a lot of money, so you can charge higher. And the offer, the reason why you wanna have it on lock is it'll help you with hitting up the creator. In fact, it's quite important when you hit up the creator. But so how do we hit up the creator in the first place? The whole deep dive we did, or you will have done within that niche, you'll have creators that you like, and hopefully you list them all down. But make a list of 20 to 30. You can do a lot of them. This is a random arbitrary number, but you get the idea. List a bunch of creators within that niche that you personally like. And then what you're gonna do is hit them up on every single platform. You know, if this is email, Discord, you name it, you're gonna hit them up, and you wanna craft an offer that's unique, and you wanna hit them up with a fresh offer. These people get hit up a lot. I'm a content creator. I get hit up with a lot of spam. I work with very high level content creators. You won't believe how much spam they get. They're not even gonna glance at some of these things. So what are you gonna do to position yourself over everyone and differentiate your offer and make it so they wanna respond? It needs to be something fresh, and this could be even hitting them up on a different medium than everyone else. If everyone's hitting them up through Instagram DMs, you can hit them up through a LinkedIn DM. Now, most creators aren't gonna be on there, but you get the idea. Do what other people aren't doing. How they message, you wanna message differently than everyone, and make it, you know, tailor your messaging based off who the creator is. We're gonna have smaller size creators, and we're gonna have bigger creators with a bunch of clout. So starting with the smaller size creator, small niche, less than 50K followers most likely. Now, don't take this as the definitive number because it depends on what platform you're on. 50K on YouTube is significant. That's a lot of followers. You could really make a lot of money from that. But 50K on TikTok, that can mean literally nothing. You could actually make nothing from that. I'm not hating on TikTok, but it shows you the difference between platforms. Like, don't take numbers just for exactly how you should do it. You'll know if it's a smaller niche or if it's something specific. Let's say we have that. You can just ask them to just make a pay community for them and just be straight up about it. And your goal is to get them on a sales call ASAP. You don't want to try to delay things. I mean, get them out on a call within a day, you know, do it fast. And then another option you can go if you just have someone with a bunch of clout and you just have absolutely zero leverage. You haven't done anything in the past. You've never built any sort of agency or anything. What you can do is message to build them a free Discord. A lot of people are going to hate on this, but it is a fresh offer, and I've seen it land for some folks. And I've told people to do it. It's like one of the first ones I've seen. And the reason why it's nice is, yes, you're not going to get the immediate lockdown client, and you're not going to get that revenue flowing through. And you may not even lock them down because you're offering them something free, but you're still building your resume. If this is a clouded content creator, you get to put that in your resume that you built a Discord for them, you built a community, and you can even add different things like you learned how to funnel. I mean, you legitimately are gonna learn these things. So it's not a complete loss at all. You can leverage this for later, and your ultimate goal is to make a paid offer out of this. You don't want it to be where you're just running this thing in perpetuity. You should make it a paid offer within a month or so, and you'll know if your creator is down or not. If they're not, you can just dip out or do some sort of peaceful exit. But seriously, it's not that bad of a deal. I would only do this with a very clouded content creator. If you do this with someone with not many followers, or not one of your favorite creators in the niche, it's definitely one of the weaker offers. But I think it's great for someone with a bunch of followers, or someone that's maybe more hesitant to work with someone with no experience. So what you can do as a possible script, you can send this Instagram DM, Discord, email, and this is a solid script. Don't take it verbatim, word for word, but here's one you could send. Hey, you have a really active fan base. It'd convert well into a paid Discord. And then next message, if you're an email, you'd still keep it in the same email, but is it okay if I send you a Loom for how I'd create one for you? And it's a really nice way to propose it to them. Like I said, this works well for cold email. Like professional cold emailers use this script, and it works. So it's one that could convert for you. A lot of these kids sending out messaging are just sending terrible ones, or it's just the same ones over and over again, which ruins a script. So try to make it fresh, make something that they haven't heard yet, and it'll help convert a lot. So let's say we are able to convert them, get them on a sales call. How do we talk to these creators? Now, you guys probably haven't done many sales calls. For the people with agencies, this is a no-brainer for you. I don't even really need to preach much about it. But if you've never done a sales call, you're probably gonna blow your first one. And that's okay. That's the nature of the beast. But do know you need to come into this really confident. You need to man the room from the start. You need to control the convo. And if you're not used to it, emulate it with a friend or do something, because maybe do it with a trash creator. Like, you have to get some sort of practice. You don't want to blow this on an actually good creator. One thing to keep in mind, position yourself as the expert. Be confident, exude that confidence. And with the free community build out, you may not even need to get them on a sales call, honestly, for the free Discord. I would just build it out as fast as you can. Probably keep it pretty casual. But for the paid one, definitely going to want to plan it out and be professional. So be confident in your vision. Have your offer planned out. And what you're gonna ask for is some sort of 20-40% rev split. I see a lot of people asking for 50% rev split. And you can ask that, but again, you guys don't have any leverage. You've never done this before, so it's kind of egregious in my mind to ask for 50%. If any sort of content creator has any business acumen, they're gonna think in their head, this kid isn't worth it. And if they don't think it then, and the Discord does well, they're gonna start thinking it then. Because people start rethinking things when things do well. If your Discord starts doing 50K a month, 100K a month, which is very doable with the right creator, they could try to axe you out, and it's just not a fun place to be. So I would vary this based off of how much experience you have. I'm not gonna tell you definitively what to do, but I do have to dispel that whole myth with you're gonna take 50-50 the whole time. It's really high, and I think you're gonna put a bad taste in a lot of content creators' mouths with that percentage. So this is mainly for the people who haven't done sales before. Here are some resources that will help, or just some things to really focus on. A professional pitch deck tailored for that specific creator. And this actually can help also with hitting up creators, but I'll go over that in the free Discord. But a professional pitch deck will really help. It'll help outline how you want to control the call. And it's just an easy visual reference for the client when they're seeing things. So you don't need to hire someone out for it. You can just make it yourself, but make it look clean, make it concise. And throughout the call, you want to dig into the pain point of the creator. Honestly, start the call off with it. The pain point is they aren't making enough money from social media. They don't have a clear business or something that they can just chill and make money from. So that's what you're gonna dig into. And it's an easy pain point for them. It's just like finding the offer for the customers in your niche. You're looking for pain points. What hurts them? What do they need a solution to? They need a paid Discord that they can make consistent money off of. You want to have some sort of model. It doesn't need to be complex, but some sort of model of what they can make. Say it's 50 people at $200 a month. They're making 10K a month. It doesn't need to be super complex or whatever, but it's nice to have that mental math of what you can make and what is possible. What will make it a lot stronger is some sort of guarantee. This is just a really nice way to start on that end of that call of saying, hey, this is what I guarantee you I can get you, because you don't want it as some visions of grandeur, or that think of some sort of guarantee that makes them want to hop in. You're going to make revenue out the gate, or something that, really entices them to want to hop in on this. And what's really important is ending the call with a question, and you want to put the ball in their court. You've been manning most of the call, and you've been interacting with them, asking them questions where it kind of goes back in their pain point and about their business. But this ending call is important because you're going to put it in their court, and you're going to ask them, is where you're going to lock them down. You're going to ask them something along the lines of, hey, I think we're a great fit. Clearly you have that little fitness influencer niche on lock. People aren't able to find out how to make dietary supplements. We can make this and we can build this out easily. How about I send over the contract and we can get this thing started? Grant, that's just a really random one I thought in my head, but right after you say that, what you're gonna do is just pause. There's gonna be an awkward silence most likely, and you're just gonna let it simmer. Because the whole point of that awkward silence is to make them say yes. It's going to make them think about it. Do not fill that airtime. When you end that proposing question, you want it to be strong, and it's probably going to be pretty aggressive. You don't want it like really down your throat, but you want it to be a decently aggressive question, and you're just going to let it simmer. If it's 20 seconds of them thinking, all right, and they're going to say a yes or no. If they don't say yes, there's a good chance they're not going to sign with you. It's just as simple as that. You want at least a verbal yes out the gate, and if they leave, they're probably a no. You definitely want them locked down. So if they give you that verbal yes, maybe your ending question is, hey, I'll send you over a contract, and once we get that signed, we can get going on this and make you money ASAP. So yeah, you'd send that contract immediately. You wouldn't him and haw and wait a few weeks or even a few days. You're gonna send that contract right away. Whip it up on ChatGPT. Don't hire lawyers, they suck. And you're gonna get them to pay immediately. If there's any sort of setup fee or anything, you just want them to actually put their chips on the table. And the best way to do it is with money. So if you're able to make them pay, dub, like you lock them for sure. Within that contract, make sure to go over anything that can go wrong or right. So if you need to delegate money for staff or any sort of resources, let it be known. What are you doing with revenue? Who's taking control of what? Just have everything laid up. Make sure you have access to the Stripe in the bank account, even if you can, but Stripe is pretty important. And end of the day, you're not gonna sue them. You just aren't. Leverage yourself as much as you can, but the reality is the contract is just two people end of the day, and you just need someone to fulfill their end. So the contract is just laying the framework of, hey, this is how we're gonna facilitate our business, but just know the reality of it is you're just not going to sue them. Shortly after you send that, make a Google Drive and have them send any relevant content in there, specifically testimonials or anything. Make it seem like you've done this before. You're a professional, but you do want to go to a place or a repository of all the content, because you're going to need to repurpose it for stories, whatever. You're going to need to flex it, and it's going to be really important for converting anyone into the paid. If you get all this down, huge dub, because that means you lock down your creator and you possibly have a great business on your hands. So in simple terms, we have the social media made mostly by the creator. Now you're going to need to make sure that call to actions are at the end of the video, and they're still making some videos about the paid Discord. Because if they're not, that means they don't care much about the offer, and that's a huge problem. But we have the social media. We're going to have stories that have call to actions. It's going to show the testimonials. We're going to have links in the bio. Everything from this social media is going to be one huge funnel into another funnel, the free Discord. Now, what's nice about the free Discord, it's just this really light way to do a funnel, and you're able to nurture a group. You're going to get great conversions from this. This is what I've done with almost all mine that I've worked on, and tried and true method. I've been doing it for years and it works. You give them that free Discord, and one powerful thing you can do is voice calls in there. I would suggest having the voice calls with the creator, but these voice calls are a really great way to keep it intimate. You can show them success, you can show them the process of the offer, and show them what they can make. And it's just a really powerful ending, and a strong way to end that free Discord call is having some sort of scarce offer. So you could say, hey, if you want to hop in on this, usually this is $200 a month, but for you, I'm doing half off on the first month. However, you have to buy it within the next 10 minutes. And then this offer goes away. I hope to see you in there, but like I said, this offer is only gonna last once. Another one you could do is, if it's a big course, this is a really strong one that always works. Be like, hey, we have 2 installment plans. Usually this thing is $5.99, but we're making it $4.99. And you can do it in 2 installment plans. Only the first 20 people are able to buy. After that, it's gonzo. So if you hop in, congrats on the great offer, and you'll make a bunch of money. And then you can also end it with a guarantee if you like. I'd be careful with this. I wouldn't even do it on the paid Discord monthly subscription. It'd more be for the course, but just want to mention that part. But once you have that paid offer, it really just all goes back to the social media again, because this is how you're going to grow it. People are going to leave your Discord. It's inevitable. You want to reduce your churn, and the dumber your niche is, the more churn you're going to have. So we're always going to be going back to social media. And that's why you need to choose a fire content creator, a fire niche, stuff that gets views. It'll make your life a lot easier. So some big points to end this off with. What makes this successful fire organic content? The creator needs to have the call to action to the free Discord. If they don't, that means they don't like the offer, or not, at least not enough to promote it. And that's a huge problem. You probably are gonna have to sever ties at some point if they just aren't promoting this thing. You can't half-ass it. You need to have this promoted on all ends and promoted hard. This thing works best if this is just really just chilled out there to the world. And let's go on, needs link in the bio. Again, you want it in your stories. Instagram, great converter. They need to show face in the server. A lot of people are gonna leave or be disappointed if they pull up to your paid community and the actual creator is never there. They are the face of it. They are the heart of it, end of the day. So have them hop into Zoom calls at least once a week. People will appreciate it. Have them show face. And then this one is hard to do, but it's worth noting for sure. Having a down-to-earth creator will make your life a lot easier. If you have a suggestion or something that needs to be done, it'll be easier to get done. Splitting money wise, if you have a down to earth person, it's a lot easier to split money. And if they're greedy, you have a problem. They're gonna wanna lower your percentage or, God forbid, cut you out. It's possible. It's business. It's cutthroat. I could make this some magical fairyland video where I'm like, oh, this is going to be so perfect. You're going to find a content creator and all your dreams are going to come true. You're going to be in Lake Como with a hot wife in T-minus 6 months. But reality is, how down to earth your content creator, you'll see very soon. Once you start splitting money, you'll see someone's true intentions. But overall, we have a pretty great opportunity right now with finding content creators and hitting that little niche or little pain point of them not making enough money, and paid communities are just a great way to monetize with it. So position yourself as the expert, find those fire niches and fields, dig through social media. TikTok SEO is a great start to do that, and hopefully you're able to make a great Discord with it. If you want additional resources on this, everything I give is for free. My main goal is just to do a Hormozi style run where I just give out a bunch of free info. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. But like I said, go kill it.